I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really, really hard, especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really, really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refine Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through it and going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves. And the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for you to call. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them sponsor my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies. You can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just throw a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies, and one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and the immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading the word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth. Got to give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years, and my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand. Love the concept. Love what they give back. Love the community. Love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company, and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. Welcome to the One Life with Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. In my kitchen today, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Shawn Barber. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
How's life? How are you? I haven't seen you in a minute,
I'm doing
actually.
good. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Has it been since the pandemic? I don't even know if I saw you.
I'm not sure. I feel like we've seen each other since then.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being up here at 2 o'clock because you're like a night owl. We were talking about. I always knew that about you.
This is the perfect time.
It is?
Yeah. This is wide awake time.
You've always been a night owl?
Yeah, since high school pretty much, yeah.
Really? So it's never changed?
No, I worked in a amenities factory in upstate New York in the early 90s.
Okay.
I worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift for 2 years, and I think that really
set your schedule
altered
for life?
my body clock. Yeah.
Wow. And it never changed. And
never changed.
And what you do for a living never had to bend or shape or form to any kind of time frame, I guess. You're on your own time.
I am. Some jobs when I've taught in schools, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty normal.
Maybe 1 or 2 days a week, you have to be there at 8 a.m.
You must have stayed up all night then.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, man. Fuck it.
So you'd stay up all night?
I can sleep later. It's fine.
Yeah.
I get about 6.5 hours of sleep a day.
Okay, that's not bad.
And then I usually get an hour or 2 hour nap right after dinner. So pretty religiously.
So what time's your dinner every day?
8 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
This is so interesting, man. You are like a vampire or something. It's crazy.
And I wake up at 10:30, 10, 11.
Oh, that's pretty early
and then
too.
PM after the nap.
Okay.
And then I'll work on paintings until 4 or 5:30 is 5:30 is kind of the cutoff because I don't want to go to bed when it's light out.
Yeah, that's hard.
We have dark curtains, but they're not blackout, and I don't wear any eye protection.
Wow. So why'd you wear eye protection? Something into it?
I'm an idiot.
Okay. I wore some eye jammies last night, actually.
They don't feel right.
I know. It did feel weird last night. I had them on my eyes. It felt like kind of my eyes were like snug in this blanket. It was weird. Mm-hmm. Kind of works. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Kim wears one. They're not for me.
Yeah. But you're a good sleeper. We talked before the pod that like you can sleep on any flight.
I can sleep anywhere, anytime.
And it's always been like that?
For the most part, yeah.
But
I'm good at letting go.
Yeah. You know, my friend has said that it's like when he goes into the airports, he goes through security, he puts his like noise cancellation headphones on, he just surrenders to it all. You're right. It's like you're kind of powerless at an airport. Like there's so many rules you have to abide by as soon as you go through security. Mm-hmm. It's just all these rules and regulations on the flight until you get off at your destination. Yep. So it's like instead of stress about that, it's like fuck it, I'm just gonna go with the flow, right?
Yep.
I like that, dude.
There's great people watching.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're fun to draw, all the different kinds of folks.
So you sketching people at the airports?
Sometimes. I used to do it more, but at times, yeah.
Do people think if they see it, they think it's creepy?
They're not watching.
So you're sketching people at the airports? That's really cool.
It's fun. They're different faces, short faces, long faces.
And so depending on the time of the flight and everything with your sleep schedule, but you can still sleep on planes. It's crazy. And no pills or nothing on flights?
No.
Damn.
Do you say pillow or pills?
Pills.
No.
I've never done that. I'm nervous to do that. I'd be all groggy and shit.
Yeah, no. If it's a late flight, maybe I'll have a beer at the bar, hotel bar.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah.
It's a waste of money.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous. But so probably before the wheels go up, you're like sleeping maybe.
Yeah.
Damn. So that's like your only time to slow down because your lifestyle, you're just going and going and going.
Window seat always.
Okay.
Jacket, pillow against the side of the plane.
What side of the plane usually? Left side,
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So window seat's good for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
And if I have to go to the bathroom, I usually just hold it.
Are you eating food on the flights?
No.
I read that too. Fasting on flights is really smart. That's what they say. And never drink
the food's never good.
And never drink the tea or the coffee because the water is super suspect.
Yeah, I heard that recently. That's
Me too.
Scary.
Like, what's it from? The toilet or the sink or something?
Who the hell knows?
It's such the most unhealthiest thing as to get an airplane, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like it's gotten worse, and the people are not so friendly that work there. I don't know. It just seems really like, I don't know.
We're cattle.
We're cattle. Totally. On and off.
It's a flying bus.
Yeah.
It is not comfortable. It's not exciting.
Everybody's sick.
A lot of people are sick.
I love when people cough with
Kim still wears masks
on the flights?
when she goes to see her parents because she doesn't want to bring anything to them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like people coughing, not covering their mouths anymore. That's out the window now.
Nobody gives a shit.
What a weird place. What a weird world we're living in now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch the news and stuff?
Too much.
Does that keep you up all night besides painting?
Nah. We watch local news at dinner almost every night.
Okay.
If we eat at home.
You watch the local news.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. On the TV.
I mean, that. It's Apple TV, but
not on the phone and stuff.
Yep.
I feel like all the news and stuff on the phone is just, I don't know, man. It just fucks me
Local
up.
news is pretty mindless.
Yeah.
We can see what's happening at times in and around the city and stay up a little bit on local happenings and politics.
Do you are you on social media too? Are you on your phone a lot too?
Not as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I don't post a lot. And I try to refrain from being there on there all the time.
Yeah.
It's changed. There's
It's a dark place.
Every other image is an advertisement.
Yeah. Or somebody doing something really stupid.
There's a lot
Some
of
jackass stuff or just people.
I mean, we look at a lot of dumb cat videos.
Cat videos, yeah.
Yep, cat videos and people working out, doing crazy things with their bodies.
And you've been starting to work out too.
Yeah, 2 years in.
And you're never into fitness like that before?
No, man.
Your whole life?
Never.
You never did sports? You like to run?
In high school, you had to choose sports. I played soccer.
Cool.
And cross country, track, but I was also a cigarette smoker.
In school?
In high school, yeah.
So you cross country and smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, I didn't try.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do it, so let's take a break and stop and have a smoke. It's the 80s, man. Did
you start smoking at a young age?
I started at 12.
Wow, man.
Yeah. I started when my parents divorced.
So, where were you born and raised?
Cortland, New York.
Upstate New York.
Central New York.
Yeah, how far is that from the city?
That is 6 hours from Manhattan.
Damn, okay, so that's like...
Never went to the city until I was in my 20s.
Is that towards Buffalo, Syracuse?
It's south of Syracuse.
Yeah.
In between Syracuse and Ithaca.
Yeah, upstate New York's really beautiful, man.
It is.
I have so many friends who live up there. A bunch of friends live up there, and just seeing the pictures in the fall and just like, just seems like just so nice. And like, I don't know.
It was a good place to grow up at a time before the internet was around.
Yeah.
You know, had a good crew of friends that rode BMX and skateboard, and
That's cool.
we played and had fun, and then I got out.
Well, you have siblings?
I have 3 brothers, one that's 2 years younger, one that's 20 years younger, and one that's 22 years younger.
Wow.
One different mom, one different dad.
That's crazy. That's cool.
And I have no babies.
No babies, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so how was it growing up there in that town?
It was good. It was not sheltered. It's a town of 20,000 people.
Yeah.
There's a SUNY State University of New York College there. So there was some things happening. A good friend of mine from high school's dad had a record store. So we were introduced to all different kinds of music. I had a good crew of friends who were enthusiastic about doing things. So it was great.
That's cool.
It was great to grow up and not have to worry about the future, worry about getting a job, worry, this is being a teenager, worry about, your parents you get home by dinner and that's fine. We don't care what you're doing.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Latchkey kids out in the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice
it was safe.
upbringing. It was a lot safer.
Yeah. And so what kind of stuff, so you're a good kid?
Yeah.
Not really getting into trouble?
No, I was a shy kid.
Shy kid, but smoking at 12.
And drinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your parents knew that was going on?
They knew at 12, I drank some gin underneath the kitchen cabinet, went to the local pool and fell in and almost drowned. So they knew. They knew.
What? That happened to you at 12?
Yeah.
So you were just wasted?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And you almost drowned?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I mean,
wow.
I'm still here.
You're still here.
Yeah.
So then you get in a lot of trouble?
Yeah. I mean, in the 80s, my my mother came from an upbringing where they got beat if they did something wrong with fists or objects.
Okay.
And I got hit with wooden spoons until they broke, and then metal spoons after those broke.
Wow, man.
But that ended at some point, you know?
Yeah. So parents were strict. Or just didn't take shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Italian mom.
Oh, okay.
My dad worked in construction forever.
Okay.
So he was a machine operator, backhoes, stuff like that.
Okay.
He would work all over the state during the week, so we would see him on the weekends.
Serious dude.
He was a working man.
Yeah. And did you get a job at your early age as well? Did you start working early?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I started in a restaurant called the Hollywood in Cortland. The guy who owned it, Dave Feinstein. I don't know if you know who the Rods are. Rods is an old like metal rock band from that area. He's a cousin of Ronnie James Dio. Ronnie grew up there. Went to high school with my parents.
Wow. Okay.
And
James Dio went to high school with your parents?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And David was in the band Elf with Dio, with Ronnie.
Okay.
But he had a restaurant called the Hollywood. So I worked there with like punk rockers and metal dudes. I was a dishwasher.
How old were you?
I started there. I was 15.
Okay. Damn.
That was a good job. It was cool to learn some. I mean, I've always been a doer.
Yeah.
Learn a little bit of discipline, a little bit of, this is what you do to make money so you can buy things.
Yeah.
And pay your bills once you get those bills.
Yeah. And how were you as a student?
Disinterested.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you doing art in school?
I was. Yeah, I wanted to draw comics until I was about 25.
So you're into comics heavy as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the one thing that interested you in school was probably art class.
Yep.
So you thrived in that.
I did.
Everything else?
Didn't give a shit.
I
was bullied a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I was like 100 pounds.
Wow.
I was a really skinny kid. God, I would cry if you looked at me weird. If you gave me a hard time, I got picked on. In I think 10th grade, in homeroom, a kid behind me the last straw was he took a roll of masking tape and like wrapped it around my forehead. Dude. And I just blackout snapped and, punched him uncontrollably, and then nobody picked on me again. But it took a snapping point for me to, I think, kind of get out of that headspace a little bit.
Damn. Did your parents or brothers know what was going on at school?
Yeah, they knew I was an emotional person.
But about getting bullied and stuff, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think bullying still happens.
Oh, it totally happens on people's phones now and everything.
Yeah.
God.
But I wasn't a confident person. I was confident in drawing, but I didn't know who I was other than a kid that likes to draw things.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of friends?
Yeah. Great group of friends.
In school and high school and stuff too, yeah. Damn, so you snapped on the bully and beat his ass, kind of.
I went off, yeah.
Did you get in trouble?
I did.
But you defending yourself.
And then a couple of years later, there was a guy in, what was this, 10, 11 years old, backyard baseball. I was catching. I was picking on the batter, and he turned around and hit me in the head with a baseball bat.
Damn.
That's how I got this scar.
Wow, dude.
And we lived a block from the hospital, so I didn't lose my eye. But years later, because I was a pretty heavy drinker, I would see him at parties and be aggressive towards him. And
damn.
I'm not that guy anymore.
Yeah. Oh, so you would see him at parties and try to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man, that's crazy, man. Some small town shit.
Yeah,
it happens everywhere, though.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out.
Yeah. So, what were your goals in high school and when you get out?
To be an inker in comics.
Okay.
Yeah, to move to the West Coast.
It was the West Coast, okay. Was there opportunities in New York too at all?
I think I was always afraid of the city growing up. I don't know. My dad didn't like cities. I think it was too close even. It's like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Did you go to the city at all a bunch growing up?
No.
Really?
No, we went to Syracuse. That was it. We would go to Lost Horizon to see shows.
Dude, that's where I used to play.
Oh,
That's
nice.
so crazy,
Nice.
dude. Yeah.
That was the spot.
Dude. That's crazy. This guy, John McKeag, or somebody used to book the shows there.
Okay.
Lost Horizon was a crazy place to play. That's so cool. Did you see hardcore bands out there too back then?
A little
Yeah.
bit. We saw, I think, I mean, it
Snapcase was up
there
there.
was like, this is the late 80s.
Oh,
so,
okay. This is, yeah.
you know, we saw fucking White Lion and Anthrax and Bad Religion
That's cool.
and all different kinds of music.
Yeah.
But it went from hair metal to more thrash.
Oh, yeah.
My friends in high school were all musicians. I was a singer in a band for a hot minute.
In high school?
Yeah.
Really? What was the band called?
Bloodshot.
Sick. That's a cool name.
And we all had mullets
That's sick.
of the time,
And what you guys said, what's the sound? What was the,
like shitty metal.
okay.
Yeah.
Were you a good singer?
No, I was a screamer.
Is there audio of that anywhere?
I have no clue.
That's pretty sick.
I have no clue.
Wow, dude. So when was the first time you went to Manhattan?
95. I was 25.
Holy crap.
I went there and I got tattooed.
Holy shit. Who
Yeah.
tattooed you there?
This guy, Cephas, Carlos Alfonso. Carlos was a graffiti kid from Miami who lived there. He worked at Rising Dragon.
Okay.
He worked for Darren the Dude.
I know that name.
And I liked I don't even know where I saw his tattoos. Maybe MySpace.
It's crazy. Dude.
Maybe that's my guess.
Yeah.
He was doing something a little different because he had that graffiti background, and I didn't know. So in high school, there was a local tattooer named Tattoos by Todd,
Okay.
just a biker dude on an island by himself who did horrible
Okay.
quality tattoos.
Okay.
But I would draw stuff for him, and he would trade me for shitty tattoos.
Okay.
So I had that interest young.
Yeah.
But they were crude. It was
yeah.
like this isn't a career path for me. I want to draw superheroes. Like that was my hyper focus.
Yeah. Did you get tattooed at a young age in New York?
By Todd, I got my first tattoo I was 16. I got Spider-Man.
Still have it?
I had
Somewhere?
it lasered because it was so blown out.
Okay.
And then I had a coworker, Tyler, years ago do the same exact tattoo kind of off register. So
Nice.
the old tattoo has like a shadow.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks cool.
That's cool.
So the history's there.
Yeah.
Got a tribal lizard. I got a
Hard.
superhero that I drew on my back, which is now covered up. And then I got a half sleeve from a great artist from that area who also encouraged me to pursue it, but it wasn't. He was a raging alcoholic who, it's like, this isn't the career path for me. I want to get out of here.
Yeah. So did you have a place in California like you dreamed to go and work in?
I mean, at the
Comic
time,
books and stuff?
Image Comics.
Okay,
Yeah.
And so that was like your goal to go to California? And,
Mm-hmm. I
and
went to community college out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Did that for a little bit, dropped out, moved to Santa Ana with a bunch of friends. Worked in a printing press place called Minimat Press of Newport Beach. I was a paste up artist for a little bit. Did lots of drugs, so moved back to the East Coast. And then did food service, factory work.
Wow.
And a girlfriend at the time, she's like, you love art, you should go back to college. So I went to a private school in upstate New York, which Casanova College, they closed last year, 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
They were up in 100 years.
Wow.
And I think the pandemic just
Got them.
bummer, man. They had a great art program. And then I transferred to an art school in Florida, and that just, everything changed from there. I really fell in love with painting.
Wow.
So
So
abandoned comics completely. So
yeah, did your dreams kind of die when you got to Santa Ana for that comic book career?
I would send drawings to them, and I would get form letters back. And then a few years later, I saw one of my characters in their comic, and it just bummed me out.
What?
Yeah.
What comic was it?
It was Savage Dragon.
You would send them drawings.
Yeah, that's what kids do. you
Yeah.
know?
And then it was in their comic?
The character was. I mean, they did slightly different things with it.
Did you reach out to them?
I don't remember. I think maybe I sent them an angry letter, but I never
No
heard
emails
back.
back then. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was. I don't even know if there was email then.
That's so crazy.
This
man.
is like 89, 90, 91.
Scumbags. Too many kids drawing through.
I mean, I would assume that these companies get tons of people sending their drawings, and how can even subconsciously.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn. So
it turned me off for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So it was like, oh, art school changed everything.
Is this where you got a BFA at?
At Ringling, yeah.
Yeah, Ringling Arts in 1999, yeah.
Yep. I was 29 when I got
And then also you
there.
get an AAS at the college in 1997 too, right?
That's Casanova.
Yeah. So what is AAS? What is that?
Associates in Arts.
Okay.
Arts and Sciences.
That's cool. In Florida, was that like a crazy culture shock going to Florida?
It was Sarasota. It was super hot. Beautiful town. I think at the time, the second most segregated city in America.
Wow.
The school was right, adjacent to the quote, the hood.
Okay.
And that was interesting. A couple blocks away, there's $1 zillion homes.
Wow.
So just the kind of dichotomy of that was very eye-opening.
And how old are you then?
29, I graduated.
Wow. Okay.
And then I moved to Costa Mesa with my roommate, who's a painter. He got a job in video games. I worked at Borders Books and Music as a fucking bookseller. Had no money.
Grinding, bro. I love this.
Moved back to Florida. Some friends helped me live with them, and I had no money.
Wow, man.
I started teaching. I was teaching summer schools and
in Florida?
Yeah, at that same school.
Okay.
And a teacher in the foundation program had gotten sick, and they knew I had some experience. They're like, "Do you want to teach a semester?" And it just opened up everything. It's like, oh wow, this is for me.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
That's amazing. And that's your late 20s?
And I still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still do it. Still love it.
So teaching classes, what's the ages? What's the...
Well, we did a pre-college program, which was a summer program with students from 11th, 12th grade from all over the world. And they would be on campus for a month and a half, like it's a first semester in college. So it was those ages and then college age.
That's cool.
Was
that hard?
No, not at all. It was inspiring.
Yeah.
Seeing all the different ways people think and approach art was really cool. And just to introduce those people to things they might not have considered.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
And did you dress up button-up shirt? Couldn't show you tattoos and stuff?
I had tattoos. I had a sleeve and a half sleeve at that time. And I had a student in one of the classes who's like, your tattoo kind of bothers me. So I used to put a fleece band on it. So I have a geisha with big breasts on my forearm. I was like, I'm not going to make this a thing. I'm just going to cover it.
So we got offended back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, noted. And I don't really care, but this shouldn't be this shouldn't be a topic of discussion.
Yeah.
So I just covered it.
Wow. So just one person said something about it.
Yep.
Interesting. It was a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Christian girl.
Okay. I get it.
Religious person.
Okay. Yeah. So I respect you. So sure, no problem.
Yep.
Wow, dude. Had you done any tattoos up until this point?
No.
Crazy, dude.
No.
Never really thought about it?
No. Nope.
And you're in Florida and you're teaching.
Yep. And then I was starting to exhibit in galleries, and I really wanted to show on West Coast galleries.
Okay.
I did some shows in Philly, did some in Detroit, and then started doing some in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Okay.
And the art scene in San Francisco was like, I need to be there.
Is this a tattoo portrait series?
It started in my tail end of Florida.
Yeah.
But I started visiting San Francisco and meeting tattooers and taking photos of them, and it all started there.
Wow. What other kind of art were you doing before you started doing the tattoo portraits? What was your main
I think
kind of style?
I think because I was doing personal content narrative paintings about my parents' divorce, about like that kind of stuff. Cityscapes, landscapes, figures from practice. And then
did you naked model photos and paintings too?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I think from teaching high school kids a little bit, 9/11 happened. George Bush was in Sarasota when that happened.
Oh, wow.
So it was like intense connection to this tragedy. It was like, oh, whoa, what? I started painting dolls.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever seen these paintings I've done.
Oh, I did see the dolls.
Lots of them.
Yeah, the doll. Yes. Old school kind of dolls too, right?
Yeah, like creepy dolls.
Ass dolls.
So I was using those as paintings to kind of reflect youth.
Okay.
I was watching a lot of Law and Order SVU, so I was taking themes from that. Just topics in the news. And as a student at Ringling, I was an illustration major, and a lot of teachers encouraged students to go into editorial.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a painter, and I didn't want to get a job, so I made work in a portfolio geared towards that industry. And those are a lot of my trips to New York. Was I would go to Rolling Stone magazine, I would go to Maxim magazine, I would go to different publications, drop off portfolios, and try to get commercial work.
Wow.
And I did a shit ton of that.
It started happening.
Yeah. I got like a pretty thriving career.
No agent, just you? Or just
initially? No, just me.
Wow.
Did a lot of stuff for the Village Voice.
That's cool.
Did a column in Maxim. I did a lot of political paintings, covers, interiors. I did like TV Guide stuff. Wow. I don't know if you remember Blaze.
Maybe.
Blaze was a hip hop magazine from Vibe.
Yes.
So I did their first painted cover. I did a portrait of DMX.
Dude.
I did
for Blaze?
Yeah. I did a lot of hip hop stuff.
Really? What other hip hop stuff? That's crazy, dude. Were you living in New York too at that time?
I was in Florida.
We just going back and forth and stuff. Yep. Yeah, that's a quick flight.
Yep.
Dang, that's cool. You still have that cover at DMX?
I do.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
I did 100. In 2003, so I got an agent after a couple of years. I would travel to, at the time there was promotional websites. You would, as somebody try to get work, how do you get work? You would enter your work in competitions. You would go to New York, go to the Society of Illustrators, try to meet artists there.
Yeah.
There was a website called the iSpot and a website called the Alternative Pick. Okay. And they had paid portfolios that you would pay to put your artwork on there, and art directors would find illustrators from those sites.
That's cool.
And the iSpot did some conventions or expos, like a 3-day event where you would go there and meet art directors, meet other illustrators. So I was like all in.
Wow.
And that helped me get work and meet some agents. And soon after, I got a commercial agent. And it really pushed.
Mm-hmm. Are you still teaching and doing the same time? Okay.
And painting.
Yeah.
Painting creepy dolls.
Creepy dolls.
Yep. In 2003, I did a job that I knew I couldn't do, but I took it because of what it was. It was 52 portraits in a month and a half for the TED conference. So I did portraits of all the speakers.
Holy shit, 52?
Yeah. They're like, can you do it? I'm like, for this and the pay? Absolutely. I'm going to sleep even less.
And you did it, right?
I did it.
Holy shit.
It was an exceptional challenge that started the road of some hand and shoulder issues.
Okay.
But it gave me the confidence and the skill set and the speed to be super hyper efficient with my decision making in tackling a painting, especially a portrait.
Yeah. Did you get it down to the wire, those 52? Like how much did it?
Well, I was sending drawings of the people to get approval. And as they get approved, I would start painting.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fucking wild.
Insane. And where are those paintings now?
A couple of the speakers bought some.
That's cool.
I have quite a few of them. At the time, those were all acrylic on paper.
Okay.
Because I could just store easily. And then most of those illustrations, when I really started painting and not doing illustration, I cut most of them up and threw them in the trash.
Wow.
I didn't want to be attached to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm an idiot.
Just destroyed them and just moved on.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff. Wow. Which now is, I could have sold them and made money off them, but.
Wow, dude. This is all before like your first book comes out. You're doing all this stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
And then what inspired the book? The first book was the Tattoo Portraits. That was 2006.
Yeah, it was showing in a gallery in San Francisco.
Okay.
They had published some books. I had moved there, befriended the gallerist, had an art studio above the space. I would do their graphic design for print ads for Juxtapoz magazine. I would do some of their book design stuff, design postcards for them. Like I would learn skills to facilitate a lot of trades.
Okay.
So those kinds of exchanges in the arts have been there since the beginning.
So you went from Florida to San Francisco?
I did. I was married also.
Oh, by then. Ah.
Yep. I met a young woman at art school who was grew up in Hiroshima.
Okay.
She was an interior design student. She was 9 years younger than me.
Okay.
And she was a great artist. We got married on her lunch break from one of her jobs. And then I'm like, you know what? I really want to do this move. So we moved out there.
Holy crap. I didn't know you married before. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's Kim only.
Well, now.
I know.
We've been together 16 years.
How long are you married to the first?
We were together 8-9 years.
Holy crap. So you went to San Francisco, you and her.
Yep. And I knew that going there, did the road trip, lived off a Target credit card for a couple months. My teaching mentor at Ringling had his old buddy was a department head at CCA, which is an art school in San Francisco.
Okay.
He put a good word in me there. I got a teaching job pretty soon.
That's awesome.
Teaching third year art school students. And then I started teaching at the Academy of Art in their master's program. So
awesome, man.
I was just like, what can I do to make money?
Yeah.
You know?
That's cool. And how long did you stay there for?
Maybe 2.5 years. And then I shared a studio with a tattooer.
Okay.
Who encouraged me to pursue that. And I quit teaching right there.
Holy shit. But never thought about it. It's so crazy. Like you draw on all these people. That's crazy.
I started when I was 35.
Okay. Tattooing.
Yep.
Wow. It's kind of sick. I started my band at 26. It's kind of late too. I like when people do things later on in life, different chapters.
Yeah, it's like you got to be willing to take chances.
Yeah. So 35, you started tattooing.
And it was a mind fuck. It was very, very stressful, very difficult.
It's way different than what you were doing. It's way different than portraits, way different than painting, all that stuff.
And I had great teachers. The guy I learned from, Mike Davis, gave me a lot of great resources. My studio mate who got me into it still helps me out. I don't know if you know Henry Lewis.
I know the name.
He's been a great resource and just a good, inspiring colleague, you know.
So it was
friend. He's one of my best friends.
So it was stressful tattooing, starting to tattoo.
Yeah.
Even though you love the culture, you paint all these people. It's just
but you can tell when if you don't know what you're doing, something doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and it's permanent.
I know. So, do you remember the first people you tattooed, or like how did?
Outside of friends,
the
shop was near like an area that had some projects, so I tattooed a lot of local kids for free.
Wow, dude, that's cool.
Until they weren't appreciative of the free work, and it's like, all right, these guys can't be around here anymore. It's a little too chaotic.
They're pulling up with all their friends and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and just like,
not
respectful of the space. You know, it's like, all right, this is done.
Well, the first one's pretty rough tats you did.
You know, looking back now, they're adequate.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think the main issues with any tattoos I've done early on is the drawing.
Okay.
Because I was a painter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Mike and everybody tried to show me the strength of a third black, a third color, a third skin, you know, which is the power that makes up a graphic tattoo that you see from across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a long time to kind of really embrace that.
And were people embracing you into the tattoo world?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was traveling all over the world, photographing tattooers, getting tattooed by them, learning their techniques, which was also A mind fuck, and B, like too many cooks in the kitchen, too many opinions, different varying opinions, not that any are not valid than the others, but everybody works stylistically different. Like everybody's got their own approach, and it was great information, but too much all at once.
It's different generations, different styles.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy now. There's so many tattoo artists, man.
Yeah.
So many styles, dude.
Yeah. It's awesome though.
It's thriving.
There's better work. There's better work across the board happening.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of crappy work, but there's a lot much. If you get a bad tattoo, that's on you.
You think by now, since all the success of the TV shows that made everybody want a tattoo, like a lot of those people that just did it because of the show that weren't really good have tapped out, and now it's kind of like quality now, more quality?
I think that because I was an art school kid and I know the struggle of that as a career path, like the people I know who did well and continue to do well and thrive as their art business are people that worked in video games and animation. And as a painter and an illustrator, unless you've been doing it for a long time and you have a name, I think it's a dying form that it's hard to make a living doing it. And I think a lot of young kids love to draw.
Yeah.
You know, and they might not want to work in video games. So what can they do? It's like, well, tattooing is tangible. You make a tattoo, you get paid.
Yeah.
You know, with a commercial illustration job, typically I would do a job. A lot of the work I did was get an assignment Thursday, send a sketch Friday. They need a final product Monday.
Wow.
So weekends I would just kill myself to get this thing done. And then you get paid 30, 60, 90 days after a job.
Oh yeah.
Like that's not an easy way to live.
Yeah, that's brutal, dude.
And as a painter, you know, if I'm doing an exhibition, I'm spending a year plus on a body of work. I'm not seeing any money from that until an exhibition, if anything sells.
Yeah.
So it's like so much effort. It's like it's a full-time job and it's not full-time pay.
Yeah.
I'm in a niche, you know. I do paintings of a community of people. I'm not making these paintings to be a wealthy person. I'm doing it to document a community and to celebrate the people around me, you know?
Yeah, we do custom portraits as regular people.
I do that, yeah.
Okay.
That helps facilitate a little bit more financial stability.
Yeah. And
I have some great clients, great patrons. I have some great collectors. Very fortunate to have those.
Oh, collect all our stuff.
And people that commission work often.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's cool, man. So the first book comes out, and so is that was exciting putting a book out, right?
It was, yeah. I mean, I'm a avid collector and reader, viewer of art books, so to have your own.
And how'd that go down?
They asked if I wanted to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had the work.
That's awesome. And that did pretty well?
It got the word out.
Yeah. Because then the next one's Forever and Ever.
Yep.
What was the gap between that? How long was that book?
That was the year after.
August.
So the first one was just kind of a catalog of an exhibit. And then the next book was more of an overview. And then the third book was 2012.
Yep.
And that was like a
memoir.
Yep. That's what we named our shop after.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And now I'm at not a crossroads, but I'm at a junction. I'm compiling a new book.
Okay.
Which mostly done. It's just finding the right people to work with to facilitate printing it, publishing it. I don't think I want to self-publish it. Distribution's pretty important.
Yeah.
The last book I did was with Last Gasp.
Okay. Which
is a Bay Area kind of underground book company. One of the oldest book companies for, you know, where R. Crumb did his early books with.
Okay.
Greg Irons did his book with. Robert Williams. Well, he did Robert do stuff with them? But that you know, era of lowbrow, like the wild shit.
Yeah.
They made all those books.
Robert Williams stuff was sick. So many tattoos from that world. I mean, that was crazy. Did he have a lot of books? Was there a lot of books by him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And was he a tattoo artist or in that world or no?
No, he's not a tattooed person.
But so many people get tattoos of his work. It's
Absolutely.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a Southern California car culture guy.
Okay. And when did he pass?
He's still here.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
How old is he? Like 70s?
It's got to be.
Holy crap! I didn't know that.
Robert Williams got to be maybe late 70s. Oh, yeah. Ed Hardy's 76, I think. Okay.
Yeah,
he's got to be around Ed's age.
Yeah, I can just see like the sailors, just all the different stuff he drew. I have like a little helicopter eyeball thing on my arm.
Oh, nice.
Of his. Yeah, I don't know why and how I got that, but I know that was his drawing.
That's cool.
It's just like traditional classic, like.
He influenced everybody.
Yeah.
He influenced so many tattooers, inspired them, us. Mm-hmm.
So he's still around. That's crazy, man.
He's still making art.
Dang. So you start tattooing, and then that starts going, and then you ended up. So you're still married to the first girl, correct? You're in San Francisco, tatting.
Yeah, when I started tattooing, it was like the beginning of the end. Yeah, she was not a.
Beginning of the okay.
Yeah, she was not a tattooed person. She was a great human.
But you had tattoos when you met her, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
We were just culturally and age-wise so different as humans. Our relationship became more of like big brother, little sister. Okay. And it was, there's a lot of things.
Okay. Just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then how do you end up in LA?
Well, I moved out, had an art studio in the outskirts of San Francisco. Was living in that for a little bit. That wasn't very good for me.
Okay.
I had met Kim before. I came down to Los Angeles for High Voltage's grand opening.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We met there.
Okay.
Yep. And, all my friends lots of friends have gotten tattooed by her and were inspired by her work since they had started tattooing. And, this is what I do. I want to do a painting of this lady.
Cool.
Had a great conversation.
Oh, that's right. She talked to the podcast. You did a painting of her.
Met her at a friend's studio. Just had a really great talk. And, months later at this time, just because I was engaged in activity with a lot of tattooers on a regular basis, I had an art studio in my basement of the apartment building. And lots of tattooers would come and get painting lessons. And she came up with a group of folks to do that.
Oh, that's
cool. Or maybe she came up by herself. I don't remember. So she did some painting stuff. We just became buddies.
Wow, that's amazing. And then you did a painting of her, obviously.
I did a couple.
Do you remember giving her the painting, the first one?
I did a study of her in Montreal at a tattoo convention. And I did one of my first tattoos on her. One of my early tattoos.
Oh, wow.
I did like number 11 or something on her.
What do you mean a study of her?
Like a little portrait study.
Okay.
I did a large scale painting of her sitting.
Okay.
And I did like just a smaller version of that.
Okay. And then one of your first tattoos you did on her.
Yeah, it's fucking shitty.
She still has it?
She won't let me touch it.
Oh, that's so sweet,
dude. This sucks.
What is it?
It's a moth.
Sick. That's so cute, though. She just leave it alone. You did that, yeah.
Yeah, it could be better.
All right, so then you and Kim, then you're in LA, and then
we started dating.
Yeah,
and she did not want to move up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a hard place to live. The cost of living's more than here.
It's crazy, right?
There was a lot of homeless people everywhere up there
back then. Yeah, I'm sure it's even crazy now. Mm-hmm. There's a lot here too.
Yeah, there is. There is. But
really expensive up there too.
Yeah, and she, the weather here is
perfect, dude.
Better than anywhere.
I know. So then you made the sacrifice.
I don't know about sacrifice.
Okay.
I made the leap.
You made the leap, yeah.
Yeah.
You liked LA?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a handful of friends here. At the time, some of the friends that I was with, now I'm not close to some of those people. And most of it's just lifestyle choices.
Yeah.
Like we're just different people. Mm-hmm. And I want to be around people that aren't all about themselves.
Gotcha. And were you a sober person?
No.
No. But you partied crazy back then. You said you did a bunch of drugs and moved back to New York.
I did.
Like crazy drugs?
In the 90s, I was an acid head and a mushroom person. I did lots and lots of acid.
Yeah.
But I stopped in the mid-90s.
So I was always cocaine and freaking...
Nah, I was always a drinker.
Okay.
Which, since Kim and I have been together, I do a lot less. She doesn't really drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a recent pot smoker. Not that I haven't done it, but more on a regular basis. And I only do it at night when nobody's around. I don't like being incoherent around strangers.
Yeah. So acid and shrooms back then.
Yeah.
People are like doing microdosing now. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
You ever tried that?
Tried it.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what it's really
Were you having crazy trips back then and just like...
Yeah, it changed my life.
In a good way?
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And like in what sense?
For me, what acid did was it made me realize that, and I can add this to something else, like everything's connected.
Okay.
I think it took stress away. I think it really just was like, you know what? You have no control over anything and anything's possible.
Mm.
I think it did that for me.
Okay.
And then that job I did at Borders Books and Music, I worked in the Eastern religion section, which I was not interested in that subject matter.
Okay.
And I read some books on Krishnamurti.
On what? You said Krishna?
Krishnamurti.
Okay.
And that really was just like, oh, fuck.
Wow.
A philosophy of everything is nothing and nothing is everything.
Okay.
It just question everything and there's no answers to anything.
I like that.
Yeah.
Some punk rock ethics too.
Yeah.
Question everything. Yeah.
It was good. It was good for me. It just really made me say why not to a lot of things.
Yeah. That's cool. I might check that book out actually.
It was great. The book that I gravitated towards was The First and Last Freedom.
Okay. I'm a new book reader because I step it back up and start reading more. Yeah.
Nice.
You seem like a guy that reads a lot, right?
I used to. Not so much anymore. I mean, I have them. I pull out chapters. Some of the books I read more now are art books still, ones that I go back to. There's a book from Robert Henry, Henri. He's got a book called The Art Spirit.
Okay.
And it's one of those bathroom books that you can pull any page, and they're just excerpts of his teaching and philosophy on being an artist. It's a really, really great book.
That's cool.
Really inspiring book.
Yeah, I think reading's... so I've been starting to read at night in bed. I fall asleep better. It's hard for me to fall asleep, and just like... I'm thinking about having it on the plane in a couple of weeks, just reading the whole flight and just dive into it, be away from the phone and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad, dude.
Yep.
We need it. It's a necessary evil, though, for promoting stuff.
We do, but we don't need to be tethered by it, to it.
Yeah. It's a great point. So now you're in Los Angeles, and now you're with Kim.
Yep.
And where you working at? Are you teaching in LA or just tattooing?
Not initially. I was doing workshops out of our studio.
Okay.
We were doing some classes out of there and more just painting sessions with friends. We would hire people to sit. So we were doing portraits a lot.
Are you just living off selling paintings at that point?
And tattooing.
Tattooing, yeah.
Yep. And teaching on the road, like lots of conventions. So I
Okay.
do lots of tattoo conventions and teach painting workshops. I've been doing that pretty much since the beginning.
You still do that?
I still do it.
That's cool. You just go out and get phone out and just do
people ask.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. Is there a place in California right now at this moment you could go teach at that you would like to teach at if you got back into it?
Yeah, there's some places.
Mm-hmm.
I gave a talk at Laguna College of Art last semester. It's a hike, but that's could be a potential spot for part-time.
And you can always go back to teaching, right? Or does it have to?
Yeah. I have the experience. I have a resume.
Yeah.
I do not have an MFA, so I'm limited and I can't teach high school art.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah. Would you like to teach high school art or just like college stuff? Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be so different. I know.
Yeah. There's so many other variables.
Yeah.
I don't mind showing newcomers to painting process and drawing and techniques and all that. But they're really there and they're ready to go. With high school students, I think you get a little bit of all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, college students too, but they're a little bit more serious.
Yeah. Can you show tattoos nowadays?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares.
I feel like that's a positive from the TV shows too that made tattoos so, I don't know, normal, I guess. I don't know, normalize it for people.
Yeah.
With their stories. And the guy at Trader Joe's over on 3rd, he has like a neck tattoo. My UPS guy got tats. I always talk about this. It's just crazy. It's like real jobs.
Oh, yeah.
There's really no job stoppers anymore.
I think California's a little different.
Yeah,
I think there's
true.
a lot more heavily tattooed folks here.
Good point.
It's a wild, wild west, man.
It is. Oh, here you mean?
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of police out there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a really crazy world since the pandemic, man.
It really is.
It's a good point.
Defund the police did not help.
Mm-hmm. There's so much crime and so much. Yeah, it's like a free. Yeah, I see the videos online of people like going into like malls and robbing stuff and smashing windows and people.
I think that's why half these retail businesses have closed.
And people in New York,
especially
too.
in San Francisco.
Even New York, I saw people in CVS. It's like grabbing a bunch of shit for free, and security guard can't stop them, do anything about it. They let them just walk out. Like there's a certain amount.
Why risk your life?
Yeah,
for a corporation's pennies.
Yeah. So tattoos on the neck at UPS doesn't really matter anymore,
right?
Basically, right? Job stoppers isn't really a thing either. I don't know. Unless your face is fully tatted.
I think then maybe, but outside of that, do you know Thomas Woodruff?
No.
Thomas Woodruff he's a painter, East Coast guy, incredible artist. He had some of his paintings in some of Ed Hardy's Tattoo Times publications in the 80s. 90s, early 90s, 91, 92, 96, something like that.
Okay.
He shows, I think still, maybe not. He was showing at PPOW in Manhattan.
Okay.
Really unique, singular artwork. He just retired. He was department head at SVA.
Okay.
I think in the master's illustration program.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a bodysuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Full body.
Yeah. He's covered in tattoos. Ed did his chest. Ed's book. He's got some of those photos
from
face
back too.
He's got little things, I think.
Yeah.
Bob Roberts did a big piece on his thigh. Like he's a very heavily tattooed man.
Yeah, that's cool. Also, you know Andrew Huberman. Stanford.
Yeah.
He's fully tatted too. Yeah.
He doesn't show him though, right?
Yeah.
In public that much.
But there's some pictures of him online.
In his work mode.
Yeah. Was you ever tattooed like your neck or anything, or?
I don't know.
Face?
I have behind my ears.
Yeah.
Or below my ears. You know, there's something for me about, I don't know. I think I came from a generation where it's, I don't know. Maybe my neck.
Yeah. Is your body fully tatted now?
My armpits are open and little spots near my crotch about.
Oh yeah, I got those by my crotch
That's
too.
It.
That's
my
all
feet,
I have left.
My feet, everything's done.
The bottom of your feet too?
No, fuck no.
No, fuck that, dude.
No way. One palm. The other palm. Hell no.
Bro.
It's horrible.
Dude, it's the worst pain I've ever experienced.
Horrible.
Why? It's my ass hurt too, which I was crazy. Thought would be easy because of the fat, but there's a lot of nerves in your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bottom of the feet. Fuck that.
Do you have them done?
Nah, hell no. But I got those little places by my crotch that like.
Would you tattoo your face? You got stuff on your head, right?
Yeah, if my whole head's done, but my wife would kill me. I can't do it, man. I have a deal with my wife. I have so many tattoo deals with my wife that I keep changing the contract up throughout my whole. I'm never gonna get my hands. But yeah, the face.
She doesn't care.
The face though, but yeah, the face would be a wrap. My son tells me, "Please never get your face." I don't need anything on my face.
There's some folks good friends of ours that have like their whole head tattooed, and it looks so sick.
It looks so sick.
And it fits them as individuals. It's like, oh man, you look so cool.
Like I'll never shave my head bald to show my head tattoos. I'll never do it. I'll get plugged before I do it because for me, it's too abrasive for me. I don't like myself with a shaved head, but I wanted to finish my head. I did all the cool things I want on my head.
Sure.
But I never want to show it, man. I see it's cool when people get like their whole heads to get a new like hairline they want, they never had, and they pull it off. It looks good.
Yeah.
But it's very intense, man.
Yep.
You got to own that shit.
Yep. I travel so much. There's something about having anonymity. Not that I don't have hand tattoos, but
yeah.
I can hide my hands.
But when they look at your face, they'll see, yeah, your neck and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Some people really, really kill. I have so many friends like really great with it. But it's just, I was never like, nah, I never thought, I want that too. Like, I don't know. And there's a lot of people now with their full heads, face.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
People getting their face first, hands first. That's crazy too.
I mean, I'm like you now. I'm starting with second layer.
Yeah, I'm lasering, I'm carving, I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
Well, it's like, you know what? I don't have any room. Might as well just go over stuff I already have. It is.
We can't stop that.
Let's keep shit fresh.
But we're never going to stop.
We're tweakers, man.
We are. You're never going to stop, right?
No.
You never can stop getting tattooed. I can't explain it, dude. And I hate needles, and when I think about getting tattooed now that I'm older, it hurts more, but I still want it. And just, I keep.
Well, you're getting something new for yourself.
Yeah. But I keep coming up with things in my mind, like that I want this and that, and like I have no place for it. I'll send Dan Smith photos of like different angles. He's like, nah, bro. Like I see it, but then he sees it. That's not going to fit.
Yeah. He knows.
I'm just like obsessed on it. Like I thought, I might get like a spider web on my ear. I'm like, why? Why am I doing that? Like, that's almost my face. I don't know.
It looks cool.
But I told Moon I want to get like a little half moon.
For her.
One day, God forbid she passes away. When we get older, I told her I'm going to get a little half moon under my eye. It was so sick. I want that now, but I just can't do it. I don't know. I need to make a new contract with my wife. You know what I mean?
You could do it.
I could do. I mean, I'm fully tatted to do that, but still, it's just like I don't really know if I want to. I don't know, man. Like, you teach signature brushwork too? Is that?
I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh yeah, there was something written about you. Your signature brushwork. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's when I had an agent. They just used that as a way of describing the uniqueness of what I do with my hand.
Okay, my bad.
Kim said something last night because I'm doing a commission right now of a guy in San Francisco. She's like, I really like the looseness of this. She's like, you used to do that more. I'm like, it's the beginning stages. It's like the freeing part of painting where I'm just doing what feels right and I know where things need to go and I can attack the thing and make it look like what it is really quickly. And then there's the labor of like making it better. Yeah. Are you a perfectionist? I want to make it better. Not to a fault. Okay. Yeah. But every painting's different. Even though you're making a portrait of somebody with tattoos or whatever you're making, the process is obviously different. Oh, yeah. Depending on your headspace is everything. And the individual. A lot of times I'm approaching a painting to relate to that person or their art. Yeah. Depending on the images and the person. And there's some that take longer, some are faster. Yeah. Obviously. Do you know the fastest painting you ever got done? I mean, I can do a lot of stuff in an hour. In an hour? Yeah, I'm fast. How big of a painting? 8x10, 9x12. Okay, yeah. In 1 hour? Yeah. You start with pencil? Nope. Damn. Just paint. This is total freehand. It's everything. I mean, a lot of the studio paintings, I'm blowing up my images the size of the canvas panel, and then I'm printing out my reference that size, and I'm doing a tracing. Okay. The only time I'm usually drawing without that is when I'm doing portraits from life. Okay. Which is what I do at conventions quite a bit. Where people sit in the booth and I'll do a portrait of them while they're sitting there live. That's cool. That's a fun exercise. That's incredible. That's like people doing like the caricatures when you're like in the street. Yep. I'm going to do that at Civ show. Oh, you do caricatures? No. Portraits in the booth. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. New York Tattoo Convention. It has been one in years, man. I know. I remember they used to be the Roseland or something back in the day. Yeah. And ran mostly by bikers and stuff back then. Yeah. It was like the first one ran by like a freaking tattoo artist / hardcore singer. It's pretty cool, man. Yeah. It's going to be cool at Terminal 5. Yeah. Kim saw the lineup. She's like, this is fucking awesome. Of the tattoo, just everybody involved. It's a lot of tattooers from the 80s and 90s. You know, that's it's cool, like, man. It's a certain community of folks who really just love the history of tattooing and this sense of community. You know? Do you enjoy portraits just as much as doing tattoos? It's just different. They're different. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a painter. I mean, yeah. Are you tattooing that much these days? Not as much as I was. It's been slow. I heard that throughout the whole industry. Yeah. Yeah. But I do 10 to 12 a month at best.
Yeah. Do you think
a little less right now?
Yeah. Do you think it's because people started buying tattoo machines during the pandemic, or people are doing hand poked, or people are having these celebrity tattoo parties I heard about?
I think there's the post-pandemic, I need to get tattooed because I couldn't do anything and I need to do this for myself.
True.
And the PPP loan, extra money people had, they're just like, I'm going to fucking do all these things. And then where we live, you could say most people want to blame oversaturation. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think it's more of, especially where we live, folks in the entertainment industry, it's all trickle down. Like, I have a couple people that are taking painting lessons with me that are makeup artists. Yeah. You know, and just hearing what they're dealing with, like not working for months and months and months. Yeah. You know, the grips and the gaffers and the lighting folks and the sound engineers, like none of those people are working. They're not going out to restaurants. They're not spending money. People working at restaurants aren't getting tips. So they're not getting tattooed.
Yeah. I think people aren't tipping no more.
It's a luxury. Yeah. Well, I don't think they're, I just don't think they're as busy. Now. Yeah. We went to it's a fucking great restaurant last week. Escuela Taqueria.
I heard the name. Yeah.
Love that place. They're pretty busy. They also own Burger She Wrote.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And a couple other businesses. They have Cobras and Matadors.
Okay.
Which they just moved, I think in March on Melrose into where Spartina was.
Okay.
We went last week. There was 2 tables.
Dang.
At 8:00 at night. In a huge indoor-outdoor restaurant.
Yeah, that's rough, man. A lot of restaurants been closing.
How the fuck can you stay in business?
It's so expensive having a restaurant. Food's so expensive.
Yeah. And the food was incredible.
I feel like everything's gone up since the pandemic. Everything. Like tripled or doubled. Like,
please go to Cobras and Matadors.
Okay.
I don't know them.
Please support.
Yeah, their food is damn good.
Even like a loaf of bread, Moon was saying the other day how much bread costs now since that tripled and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a crazy time, man. I can't even imagine owning a restaurant or a tattoo shop. Yeah, it's different. And then the tattoo thing. Yeah, I wonder how many tattoo shops there are in Hollywood, California.
Oh man.
Hundreds.
I know there were years ago like 5,000 registered tattooists.
Wow. That's got to be way lower now, maybe. I don't know.
No, I bet it's higher. I mean, there's people tattooing out of their garages and houses and private studios.
And so this is the same thing that's happening with all the plant-based restaurants in New York in LA. Almost all of them are closing because so many people open them up before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And there's just too many in the same area, all that stuff, man. It's like oversaturated with that. So like they're almost all gone now.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer because some of them are fucking good.
I know, man. But your tattoo shop's amazing, and you guys are all great artists too. So that's the thing. It's like, what are people doing? Where are they going? You know, what happened? I don't know.
I think part of what we're dealing with in terms of the oversaturation is the 18 to 25-year-old person is more likely than not getting tattooed by their friends.
That's what I mean. They're buying machines. They're doing hand poke. They're doing this.
Yeah, they're not getting tattooed by us unless their parents have and they're tight with their parents and they're not worried about not looking cool.
And people love the single line stuff now. You can just get a single line machine that's everybody's using. Looks like a freaking fat marker. It's crazy. And doing these single line stick figure kind of tattoos. It's super trendy now.
They're really easy to cover up
and easy to remove. Tattoos aren't permanent no more. But the thin line stuff just falls out. I've seen people with it. It doesn't even. It's weird. It's like a pencil on you.
Yeah.
It's not my thing, but I get why kids.
There's a point when some of those bodies look a little bit like they have a bunch of bruises on them.
Yeah. Dude. Bunch of scratches and stuff. Yeah.
It's like, what am I looking at?
But it's very trendy, dude, and the celebrities love it.
Lyle Tuttle described tattoos as stickers on your luggage. And I think we all can agree that most tattoos that people get are for something to mark a moment in their life.
Part of your journey of life, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, man.
And it's like listening to music. When you hear a song or see a band or whatever, you can, at least I can, most people I know can, you can relate back to the first time you heard that and how you were feeling and all those things. And I think tattoos give you that same exact mindset.
Yeah, it's crazy the people that like started just getting like full sleeves. Now people are getting put under and getting their full bodies tattooed.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
While they're out cold for, I can't even imagine.
Who knows what the consequence is in terms of the body's ability to deal with that
in one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's.
I think they usually kind of like they look okay. Healed, like not healed, and once they heal, I think they usually look pretty fucking crappy.
When like 4 dudes are tattooing your whole back while you're out cold, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you're still gonna wake up and deal with the pain and your immune system and all that stuff. It's pretty wild, man.
Yep.
And then everybody's doing the blackout now, which is like, I heard that's really intense for your body to endure.
Sure.
Like all that black going into you.
Yep. Kim does not want me to tattoo my armpits or the groin area. Because of lymph nodes. She's like, you got to let your skin breathe a little bit.
That's a good point.
I'm like, well,
smart.
I could throw some spider webs up in there.
That's what I got if I go from One Puente.
Yeah.
I got tattooed by One Puente the night of my first show of a 4-week tour opening up for Alkaline Trio.
Okay.
Full armpit. It was before they had like the Tegaderm stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I played a show. I was all like swollen and weird with like plastic. Yeah. It was crazy. I don't know why. It's a great tattoo. It healed great. But he's just so heavy-handed. He does it on purpose.
No, he's not. He's deliberate.
He breaks points. He breaks balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
if you're complaining, I'm sure he's giving you a hard time.
Oh, 100%.
Not that you were complaining.
No, but the blackout stuff looks cool and some like same thing with the face and the head.
Yeah.
Some people can rock it so cool. They're like,
I think there's folks who do it and make it their art form. And then there's the folks who just aren't happy with their past decisions.
Yeah.
And there's kind of no turning back.
Once you do the black.
Do you know Lucky Diamond Rich?
No.
Lucky Diamond Rich he was a tattooer. I think he was in the Guinness Book of World Records as the most heavily tattooed person.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's got like 3 or 4 bodysuits.
Jeez.
Where he had a suit of colorful stuff, and then he did black over it, and then he did white over it. Now he's doing like biomech over it.
Holy crap.
He looks fucking awesome.
Okay.
He's like he rides like a 20-foot tall unicycle and juggles and wears a kilt.
How old is this guy now?
He's got to be in his late 50s, early 60s.
Looks cool.
He looks so cool. He looks blue.
Full face?
Everything.
Wow.
His teeth are all shaved down. Like.
Oh, I might have seen this guy. Yeah.
He looks really, really cool.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's wild. Yeah, man. I mean.
But he's also, that's part of his identity and job.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's using that as a way to make a living.
Totally. Yeah, I've seen people. I saw Machine Gun Kelly's got all the stuff blacked out.
At least he got it done by somebody good.
Okay. It looks cool.
Do you know Rox? I think Rox did it.
Is that the guy from Philly that's doing a lot of people?
No, it's a lady.
Okay. She's from out here?
She lives, I think, in Malibu.
Okay, cool. I hear people going to Philly now, Boston. There's certain people in New York that kill
Maybe I'm wrong. That's who did it.
Yeah, it looks sick.
She's incredible.
And Davey AFI has his arms too.
Yep.
And his stuff popping out. He left a couple cool tattoos.
Yeah, they work for him.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
He came out to my show.
He did awesome.
Yeah,
man.
He's a good dude.
Best dude.
Really good dude.
He's a straight edge vegan superhero to me.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. He's in good shape. Mm-hmm. He's killing life. But yeah, his tattoos look cool blacked out. Like it looks good on him.
Yeah.
But it is a commitment. I remember back in the day when the first people I saw all blacked out was the guy in Rage Against the Machine. Mm-hmm. His legs or something. I thought about that the other day. I don't know the guy's name, but I was like, holy crap.
Was he covering stuff or?
I don't know. Just a black arm and black leg back then in the 90s, dude.
Yeah.
I thought about it the other day. I'm like, what's the first time I saw somebody? It was him. Like, I was like, wow, that's really shocking. But now it's just like, yeah, it's either laser it or black it out or I don't know, man. Live with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy how tattoos are not forever no more. That's one thing. And I feel like
it takes a lot to get them removed.
It does, but I feel like the kids that are getting the stick and poke and the single line stuff, I think they do it knowing that too.
Potentially.
Because working with your movie, there's a lot of these younger kids that are coming through now getting a lot of that stuff taken off.
Sure.
And it's easy to take off the single line stuff. You ever get lasered?
Yeah.
Back in the day?
15 plus years, 18 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's so different now.
I'll never do it again.
Yeah, I had friends like that. They're like PTSD from they're scarred up.
The skin was like plastic.
Yeah.
Like,
we're doing my friend now who had all bad stuff like 20 years ago, and he's got the new Pico lasers.
Yeah.
It's totally different. It's fast.
Okay.
But back then it's...
Yeah, my skin's never not the same.
Wow.
And I have 4 layers over it.
Was it bubbling up and crazy back then?
Oh, yeah. Scary. Painful.
15 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal back then, man. It was way
It was
different,
a
man.
mobile guy.
Yeah.
East Coast guy.
But now
Midwest
it's covered
guy.
up.
3 times over, yeah.
Yeah, I'm lasering 4 tattoos right now.
Oh,
They're on
shit.
top of each other. It was like that black.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's up in 6 times. It's super light now. But yeah, it's pretty gnarly, dude. I stopped doing it because I can't sauna or cold plunge or work out or do anything from it. It's just like it slows my life down. So what year did the Memoir open up?
We opened in 09?
09, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think 08, 09.
Wait, 09, yeah. At that same spot, correct? Same look. Yeah, it's such a great location.
Kim found the place, and
It's a beautiful
we have
location,
great landlords. We live 8 blocks from work.
And there's no shops around there, really, it seems.
There's
that I
one
know
that
of.
opened up a couple years ago, but they're not our competition.
Okay. It's just such a nice, chill area over there, you know?
It is.
It's a beautiful shop, cool
Thank you.
location. It's like it's
mellow.
It's in the mix, not in the mix.
Yep.
You can walk to Air One.
Yep.
Spend $100 on a smoothie.
You can.
Come back. Do you go to Air One?
We do.
Yeah.
Not for the smoothies.
I know, me either. But they have good stuff there.
They do. We do the hot bar. The sushi bar is awesome.
Is it okay?
It's pretty affordable
I mean, for
compared
us,
to the other things there.
we live in California, so we're used to these prices. But Air One became such a big, like, I don't know.
It's a block from our house. So
I know.
We go there too much.
And Whole Foods is close. The Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice, dude. But the shop's a great shop. Beautiful. I've been tattooed there a couple times with both of you. And what did you tattoo on me? I forgot what you tattooed on me. Back then, you did something on me.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
What the hell did they do on you?
I forgot. I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, what did you tattoo on me?
What the hell?
I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
You have so many.
I know. Are there still tattoos that you want? Do you think about getting?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, areas.
Yeah.
And who do I want to do them?
Yeah, that's important.
It is. I'm tattooed by mostly friends
Okay.
and family members.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more tattooed by people I care about than strangers whose art I like.
But you have some strangers on you?
I do. Most
Yeah.
of them became friends.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the whole thing of tattooing is like, it's such a personal thing, meeting
It
people
is.
and getting tattooed and hearing their stories and stuff. It's like, it's actually really cool. It's almost like some therapy sessions too.
It is.
And the friendships you can have and learning about people. And there was the one cool about the tattoo shows, just showing that side of tattooing, that it's not all criminals and thugs and sailors and military. It's like normal people that have loss or tragedy or celebration in their life, and
They leaned into it a lot.
Yeah.
When some of the times it's just like, I just want to get something that looks cool.
Yeah. It was cool about Kim that we talked on the pod though, she never got Hollywood. She never got
No, she doesn't give a fuck.
She didn't get cop and all that stuff. She did her job, and then she's off the show. You know what I mean? She started her own shop.
Yep.
Same with Dan Smith, made it out, did his
Yep.
own thing. Not only making it out was a thing, but he didn't get caught in any of the drama and just had the respect, the career and stuff. And because TV could be crazy.
It is, yes. When we started dating, they wanted our relationship on television.
Oh, really?
And Kim's like, fuck no.
That's amazing, dude.
If you want our relationship to last, hell no.
Yeah.
So I was on an episode of Miami Inc. I was on a couple episodes of LA Inc. And I saw it. It's not real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was interesting to see it. I'm glad I got to see it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But I don't need it.
Yeah. I got tattooed on Miami Ink by Chris Garver once.
Nice.
It was cool.
What did Chris put on you?
NY in the back of my ear. It's gone now, but
Okay.
not because of him, because I got a bigger tattoo. But yeah. He did NY on my neck. It was cool to go out there. I love Chris Garver. He's tattooed me a bunch as a kid. Tattooed all my friends.
Yeah.
One of the greatest tattoo artists.
He's fucking incredible.
Super smart. Incredible. Another guy who just didn't get phased by television, was super smart with everything he made from that show, went back to New York.
He's an artist.
Dude. Yeah, low pro, not trying to be famous, just like really great artist.
He doesn't need it.
No.
It's already there. He doesn't need it.
Well respected, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love Garber, man. I haven't seen him in years. I'm going to try to see him next time I go to New York. But yeah, he tattooed all of us. We used to get tattooed at Fun City, at Jonathan Shaw's shop. Right around the time tattoo was kind of illegal in New York. I forgot what year it came. Yeah.
So it was 96.
Yeah.
94.
Was it illegal in New York then too?
When did it become legal?
But it was around that time though. I remember that.
I think it became legal in 98, 97, something like that.
So before that, Secret Sessions. You ever heard of a tattoo guy named Josh Moody?
No.
Yeah, he tattooed us too in his apartment. Civ used to tattoo us at his apartment in Avenue B in his apartment.
That guy's so versatile.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's so good as a tattooer and an artist and a human.
Yeah, man. Killing it, man.
Yep.
Been killing it.
Yep.
For years, man. Shout out to Civ, man. And the band's still killing it. And he's always, ever since I've known Civ since I was 18 years old, I lived with Civ in Queens. He's always had a job. He worked at a laundromat back then. He always maintained jobs throughout his whole entire career as a musician. Then became a tattoo artist. He's always had great work ethic. Mm-hmm. Like much props.
He's a doer.
Man. He's a doer, man. He gets it done. But yeah, he's well respected in the tattoo world. Mm-hmm. Can do all kinds of things. I was a guinea pig for him. I have so many tattoos by him.
Nice. And he loves the history.
Yeah. Obviously, with the people are going to be at the convention as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the shop's been there since 2009. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have no reason to leave.
Yeah. Got a good spot. Still traveling, still doing everything, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got some stuff
once
coming
a
up
month.
This year?
Doing New York show and then Seattle convention in August, and then Portland for a friend's 50th birthday in September, and then teaching in upstate New York at a college.
Oh, that's cool, man. Back to your roots.
Yep.
That's really cool,
and
man.
Then another convention in Norfolk, Virginia in October. And then something just came up in November. We might go to Arizona
that's cool.
For a friend's art show.
Are you tight with your family, your brothers? You guys all?
My half brother, yes. My brother is 2 years younger than me, not so much.
Okay. What about your folks still here?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I talk to him often.
That's cool.
Mom more than dad. Dad's not very talkative.
Mm.
All my mom wants to do is talk.
And they're still together?
No.
Okay.
82.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, both remarried. My mom's been remarried a bunch.
Are they both in New York still?
They're both in Cortland.
Yeah, wow, that's cool, man. Wow.
Never left.
Same house?
No.
Okay.
No, we moved. Fuck, man. We moved so many times
you did?
growing up. Like twice a year.
Wow.
The longest I've ever lived is here in one place.
Cali, LA.
And our apartment.
Yeah, same. As long as I lived anywhere my whole life.
It's wild.
More than New York, too, yeah. 20 years, yeah. What about you?
Awesome. 15 years there.
Yeah, man. I don't know where else I live, man. I love California, man.
You guys own this too, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's no reason to leave.
But if we sold it, still can afford to live here. We get that money. It's interesting.
Sure.
Hopefully they have this forever so Max can have it. But yeah, I love California. I've been all around the world, and I don't know. I just love it here, dude. I never thought that. I love it more than New York. When I go to New York, I like it, but I get anxiety being there. There's just so many people.
Yeah.
I'm a different person. My son loves it. It's a very young city.
Sure.
The energy there. But California, man, fuck, man. I love it so much, man.
Me too.
I actually got my first LA Dodgers hat the other day. And I don't even like specific. My first LA hat, which I'm going to wear.
Have you been to Dodgers games?
Yeah. But I'm just going to rep. I never repped LA ever in a hat. And I just got one. I'm like, wow, maybe I'm rocking in Europe. I'm thinking, yeah.
There you go.
I've been here 20 freaking years, man. So shoot, more than that. I got in 2001.
What brought you out here?
Moon brought me out here because we were living in a 400 square foot apartment, and she's just over it, and she wanted to have kids, wanted to get space, and you couldn't see beyond the buildings. I was like, fuck LA, I'm never moving to California. And Moon's like, I'm going. You either come with me or not, man. We did it, dude. We came out. We lived on Detroit Street first.
Okay.
Miracle Mile, a nice neighborhood
near us.
I walked to Trader Joe's, walked all the spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it was a very interesting transition, and I'm happy I did it. It changed my life, you know.
Sure. Had
Max 2 years later.
He went to Fairfax High, right?
He went to Hamilton High and
Fairfax.
No, Larchmont Charter. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cool, one kind of like sheltered school, then one like a real high school was like a real school.
Okay.
when Max was in 8th grade, he said to me in Moonlight, I want to go to school where there's bullies and lockers. I want a real school. I'm like, okay. And
Nice.
Then he tried out for the music program at Hamilton High for drumming, and he got in. And he got bullied like the first week. Somebody took his chain off his neck.
Shit.
Never got a locker. But loved it, dude.
Nice.
It really changed his life, I think, going
That's
there.
great.
Man. It was really like, Larchmont's cool for everybody listening. It's a charter school. It's like a lottery getting into it. It's not private. It's for free, but we donate our time. We cook. We serve lunch at the school. We plant at the school. But it's just very sheltered. You get driven to school. It's just like,
okay.
It's interesting. But yeah,
he's long out now.
Oh yeah, long. He's 21 now. He's in the streets. But yeah, Hamilton's a good school. Nipsey Hussle went to Hamilton. This band called The Interrupters went to Hamilton. So yeah, good musicians from there.
Nice.
You're a big music fan too, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you sang anything since your high school band?
Fuck no. No, man.
Are you a metal fan like him?
Oh yeah.
Like Caius and all that stuff?
Yeah, more. Yeah, but 90s. We're 90s folks.
You're 90s still, right? It's such a good era for hip hop, all kinds of music, dude.
I love jazz.
Okay.
Love 90s hip hop.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Freaking drew a picture of DMX, which is sick.
The last couple of years, our favorite band is Viagra Boys.
Oh yeah, I heard of them. Yeah,
love.
I heard great things about them.
Yep.
Where
Sounds
they
like the
from?
90s. This is a Swedish band.
Okay.
I think they're classified as a post-punk band.
Okay.
But they're part of like a kind of a new generation of a group of folks doing things that are pretty awesome.
That's cool. You guys are Metallica fans?
Yeah.
I think I saw Kim at like some big show. I forgot what it was. It was like a hard show.
Yeah, of course.
I forgot what it was though. But she likes all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I like the more like aggressive rock.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
You know the band Whores?
No.
Whores is a Atlanta noise rock band.
Okay, sick.
Shellac.
Never heard of these bands.
You know
It's
Shellac,
cool.
Steve Albini's band.
Okay, I know him. Yeah.
It's like Helmet.
Great. Quicksand?
Yeah, of course.
They just played here together.
Shit.
That was crazy. That was last year. I saw that show. It was great. Helmet's underrated. Nobody talks about Helmet no more. They were so good, dude. Just normal ass dudes playing hard ass music. The video was great. Helmet. How about like Fu Manchu? You like that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
they're
Queen, like
cruising.
Queens.
Of course. Yeah. How can we not?
How about Foo Fighters?
Nope.
Okay. Too mainstream? It's not your thing?
Not my thing.
Okay.
I think the lyrics,
Okay.
and it's just something schmaltzy about it. It just does not do it for me.
How about like Motorhead? Obviously,
Hell yeah.
So you guys go to concerts often?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
That's cool. That
All
was
the
a hard
time.
part during the pandemic, having no music, man.
Mm-hmm.
So hard, dude.
Our next show is next month. I think we're going to go. Yeah, we got tickets. Amel and the Sniffers.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see that band. I've never seen them. I see videos. I heard them sound. Were they from Europe?
They're from Australia.
Oh, yeah, dude. Where is it at?
The Fonda.
I might go to that, man.
August 14th. I think they're doing 2 nights. And I think maybe they're playing with Foo Fighters
Oh, really? Out here?
before or after that, like at a stadium.
Dang.
Yeah.
Um,
They're awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I want to see them.
So a lot of those bands are doing songs together. Like the singer of that band did a song with Viagra Boys.
Okay.
There's a British hip hop band
Mm-hmm.
called Sleaford Mods.
Okay.
They did a song with Viagra Boys. Like all these.
I hear great things, man.
It's cool.
That's cool. And what, you listen to hip hop still? New hip hop or just old shit?
No new hip hop.
Okay.
No.
But 90s stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. Like Wu-Tang or
Method
Public Enemy?
Man.
Yes, great records.
Redman.
Redman, underrated.
Guru.
It's his birthday today. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Guru.
happy birthday.
I love Gangstar, dude. Gangstar is one of the greatest, man. And those Jazzmatazz records were awesome, too.
Yes.
If you're a
Fuck
jazz
yeah.
guy.
Yep.
Those are really great records, man.
There's a killer NPR Tiny Desk with Scarface.
I did see
Pretty
it.
recent.
It's great. I saw
Fucking heavy.
Fucking great, dude. Never seen a man die. Dude, so good. I love Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. You love hip hop. That's awesome. Yeah, 90s had the best, dude. New York, everything, man. So many great Tribe, De La Soul, all that stuff. All the stuff you learned in college, all that stuff absolutely helps you in what you're doing now? Everything you learned there? Or was it some of the stuff, most stuff self-taught later on?
I think it helped me in the persistence of being productive.
Okay.
I think there was what little business stuff they had helped a little bit.
Yeah.
There wasn't much of a focus on that. I think just the practice of practicing.
Yeah, practicing. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people I talked to on here, like they went to college and never used any of that stuff, but it seems like you're teaching and all that stuff.
Yep.
So
that's all it is. It's maintaining a practice,
mm-hmm.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like I have minimal hobbies, and I don't practice them enough. But when I do it out of the love of doing it, not with the intention to necessarily be great at it.
Mm-hmm. Just because you love it and enjoy doing it.
Yeah, I hit the drums. I have
do?
drum set at the shop.
Nice.
Not good at it, but I do it.
Really?
At times. I love riding a bicycle.
Okay. Like just like long rides?
City riding, a little bit of mountain biking. The guy I used to ride with passed away a couple years ago.
Okay.
So I haven't done it as much. I have some friends that we did some biking and camping recently. That was fun.
Is it sketchy riding through Los Angeles?
Not after riding in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, true. True.
Yeah, I wear a helmet.
Of course. Smart. And then drums, you rocking, you playing songs?
I'm hitting to music, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
But I love it.
You love it, but you never want to play in a band or play live.
Nah. It's too much work.
That's kind of cool. Just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
It's an outlet.
Yeah, it is an outlet.
And we have a shop at night. There's not too many neighbors around there, so I can do it and not bump.
How late are you playing drums? Because you're a night owl.
If I'm going to the shop and doing it, it's 11 to 2.
Playing drums?
Yeah.
Damn.
Around that time frame. But I have to set them up.
Yeah.
Put them away.
What kind of drums?
They're a smaller kit I got a couple of years ago. It's what's it called? The brand SJC.
Oh yeah, SJC, a great brand.
It's like everything's a little bit smaller.
See, Customs. So we got SJ Customs. Yeah, it's good. It's a good brand. They're out of the East Coast, I think. Yeah,
my friend who I used to mountain bike with, he was a drum builder.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of Q Drum Co.
No.
He's a fucking great human.
Okay.
I have a snare from his brand.
Okay, SJ drum. That's like custom drums. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. I have a Liquid Death snare in my garage. It's like one of a kind.
Nice.
Nice. What was like your last real job you had where you had a boss to clock in?
Teaching at college?
I guess teaching. Yeah, I guess right. Yeah. But like it's something like a maybe like.
Before that was probably the food service.
Okay. Yeah. And then how many years ago was that?
95.
Wow. That's cool. That's crazy.
Yeah. 95. I mean, I worked in the school bookstore.
Yeah.
I was an RA.
Okay.
To help pay for housing. At that school, I was also selling mushrooms out of the room.
Sick.
So dumb.
You making good money back then?
No. No, I mean, it's
so mushrooms.
Yeah. It's a long time ago.
now you can buy mushrooms at the store.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
You're an optimist or pessimist?
I am an optimist.
Yeah, you seem like it, dude.
Oh, yeah. Glass is half full always.
Your whole life you've been like that?
Maybe the last 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Always believed in yourself. Always kept pushing. Always just like.
Yeah, the last 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome,
Kim would say things to me over the years. She's like, why are you so like not worried about the future? Like, because I love what I do and I'm determined to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's the point in worrying? It's not going to do anything.
Especially stuff you have no control over, man.
Yeah.
I learned that in the pandemic not to like stress about things I have no control over.
I think that the main problem for me is a lot of the things I do with my time don't always directly have a monetization.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do a lot of things that I don't make money doing.
Yeah.
You know, and I have debt and I have bills.
Yeah. But always staying positive, always like focused, always so important, man.
Yep.
The world's such a crazy
We've interacted
place.
with so many amazing humans. It's like, I see what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's inspiring me to stay on course.
Totally. Any regrets in your life?
No.
Nice.
No.
Pretty quick answer. I like that.
No.
That's good. What are some like daily rituals you have? You working out?
Coffee.
Now? How much coffee?
Coffee, man. Caffeine?
Yeah, how much coffee a day you think?
Shit. Wake up, have a Nespresso, work out, go to work, get a coffee, have a Celsius.
That's good, a lot of caffeine?
Yeah. And then maybe another cup of coffee later.
Like what time? Oh, because you stay up late, though.
Yeah, I'm not drinking a lot of coffee at night.
Because people say don't drink coffee after 3.
I'm drinking more, not soda, but water and Zevia or LaCroix.
Yeah.
Maybe tea sometimes.
But coffee's your main morning thing, yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of soda.
And working out a couple times a week now, too, right?
4 or 5 days.
Boxing and doing the gym, yeah.
Yep.
Feels so good, man.
It does. I was never somebody who liked to work out, and it being a new habit's pretty awesome. Because I feel strong, and I feel, I travel a lot by myself, and I usually carry a couple of really heavy suitcases. And I'm dragging shit, all like painting supplies and tattoo supplies, and it is not light.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to do that as long as I want to be able to do it.
Without hurting yourself. It's a great point, actually.
And I don't want to pay somebody to carry shit for me.
Yeah. I don't take naps. I mean, you have to take naps because you're on a crazy schedule, but since I started going to the gym, I don't take naps anymore. I have this crazy energy. It's interesting, man. I'm eating more.
And you're a crazy walker too.
Yeah. But I used to take naps because I was just a runner and just like do push-ups and sit-ups, but now I'm actually doing weights and like crazy squats and all this stuff. Like I'm really feeling like alive, I guess. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I'm not wanting to crash out.
I think wanting to be strong is good.
Yeah.
Especially seeing our elderly family members who have no mobility and no strength and no passion. Mm-hmm. It's like, fuck, man. That shit's never going to happen to me.
I know. And I'm 54 and I feel like I'm fucking 34. Like I really feel like I'm really getting it in. Not trying to stay young, but I'm just feeling great for my age, And like, I think 50s or like the new 40s, whatever they say. But I just feel like when I was a kid thinking about a 50-year-old, I'm like, oh my God, that person's almost dead, Sure. And now it's just like, I feel fucking great, man. It's just taking care of yourself, man.
Yep.
And like sleep, water, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't drink enough water.
You know what's crazy? Like, yeah, I'm sponsored by Liquid Death. They're in my whole house.
I see it.
And I work with a company, and I'm an ambassador, and I've really stepped up my water game the past couple of months because I realized I don't drink enough water. I'm always drinking like smoothies or green juices or tea but yeah, it's so important, man. And that's how you lose weight too. A lot.
Sure.
So now I'm on this water fast. I'm gonna see what happens, but it's just interesting.
How much longer?
It's only day 2.
Okay.
I'm thinking right now, if I don't go to New York, I'm just gonna keep rolling on this fast, man. To be honest, I don't know. I'm kind of bummed that if I do go to New York, I have to stop the fast because I'm feeling like I could go 5 days, Mm-hmm. And I might as well just try it.
Yeah, what's the longest you went before?
I did 18 days of a juice cleanse 2 years ago. I lost 18 pounds or something.
Wow.
Just green juice every day. It was so crazy. Like after like the fourth or fifth day, it's just crazy burst of energy. I can't explain it, man. Because everything's about food. It's like, what am I going to eat tomorrow? Who am I eating with?
Sure.
I want this today. It's a good thing that, if you want to be antisocial for a couple of days, save some money for a couple of days.
Sure.
But I feel like everything's just so based on eating a whole life.
It is.
Anything about?
We have social lives.
Yeah.
We interact with a lot of people.
You cook?
A couple times a year. Kim cooks.
A couple times a year, dude. I love that. A couple times a year, not a week.
No, man. Yeah. Holidays. I cook. I make my own spaghetti sauce and my own lasagna.
Nice.
And
but Kim cooks.
She does. People seem to like that, and I love doing it. I just don't do that. I do it special occasions.
Yeah. So Kim cooks all the time.
Yep.
She probably cooks healthy.
She's fine. She wants things the way she wants them. If I start cooking, she's like, you're doing it wrong. I'm like,
yeah.
You do it then, man.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. My wife cooks too. She doesn't cook all the time, but I'm the vegan. Those two are vegetarians. So most of the stuff I can't have anyway. So, and I'm gluten free. I'm just all the annoying things, but,
I'll eat all like gluten free, vegan.
You eat it all, everything.
I eat it all. Yeah. Not a big mushroom fan, but
me either. I don't like mushrooms.
Yeah. It tastes like dirt.
Yeah, dude, but they're so good for us. But me and Max hate mushrooms. Moon loves mushrooms. They're
What
so
about beets?
nasty. What?
Beets?
Fuck with beets. They're good for you, man. Iron and shit.
Tastes like dirt.
Depends. Yeah, if you haven't, yeah. Depends how you eat them, I guess. There's boil them, or there's like beet juice, or they're really good for you though. But so are mushrooms, but I don't eat that either. Yeah, mushrooms are gnarly, dude, right?
At vegan restaurants, I'll eat them because they're usually prepared in a way that's pretty good.
Yeah. Are you a big salad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love salads, man. I love fucking tofu too. It's classic shit. Beans and rice, protein, kale, all that shit. People think being vegan is so hard or expensive, but I don't know. Depends where you go. If you're going to Ear One every day,
sure,
it's over.
Sure.
Do you have any top 5 like inspirations? Like maybe authors or artists or musicians?
I mean, friends.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
I mean, I have a handful of friends that are
that's really cool.
Incredibly inspiring, productive.
That's nice.
Yeah, man. A friend in he's in the Pacific Northwest. His name's Justin Coro Kaufman. He's a fucking beast.
Okay.
He is really a what's the word? Renaissance guy.
Okay.
So his main job is he works in video game, film. He does, you name it, for commercial work. He does it. He does animations, lots of stuff. But he also has his hobbies and his friends that he works with. He's done maybe the last 3 or 4 album covers for Aesop Rock.
Oh, nice.
He's done a couple animated videos for him that he just taught himself how to do. He made his own comic, his own graphic novel.
That's cool.
About 15 years ago about homeless people saving the world in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
he's
cool.
just one of those guys. He's a raging pothead he's got a big family. And he just works and he makes art. He used to paint the cityscapes of San Francisco. When he moved to Washington, he just does landscapes and they're fucking tweaky and really incredible.
That's awesome, man.
He's pretty inspiring.
Were you ever into graffiti?
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't around where I grew up.
Yeah.
My art name in high school, my nickname was Scene.
Wow.
Because I was gullible and my friends would call me senile. And then I found out there was a tattoo or graffiti artist in Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not using this name anymore. And I know Richie now. I mean,
Okay.
Richie's bought some art. I've done a painting of Richie's hands. He's a fucking good dude. He's a maniac.
Scene. Wow.
He is himself.
OG legend.
Yeah. That's his name.
But your nickname was Scene. That's interesting.
Yeah. So my art from high school has that on.
Oh wow. Damn. Are you in touch with a lot of people you grew up with still?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Friend. Yeah, a little bit. Not reconnecting more and more recently.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much everywhere I leave, I don't turn back.
I like that. You like getting older?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think about it.
You look good with gray. I like your hair all gray. That's what I want. That's my dream, dude. All gray hair.
My friend who cuts my hair, she's like, "You're never dyeing it." Because I'll joke, I'm like, "You gonna dye my hair?" She's like, "Fuck no, dude."
Have you been gray for a while like that?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I know, man. It's so sick. People pay so much money to have the hair like that right now.
Okay.
Yeah. You have something cool.
Nice.
Nice. Dude.
I don't think a lot about how I look.
Yeah.
I know some people call me a pretty man.
They do.
But it's like, well, I got the genes that I got, and
yeah,
like
you got good hair too.
Thanks.
Yeah. Does your pop still have a lot of good hair? You know?
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
If you went bald, would you tattoo your hair or get plugs?
I don't know.
Tattoo your head.
I might tattoo my head or shave it. I would just keep it shaved.
I know. A lot of people getting this.
My brother's, who's 2 years younger, he's got no hair and he just keeps it shaved.
Yeah. A lot of people getting this plug surgery thing, man. It's very interesting. Going to Turkey.
I don't think I would do that.
I know. I saw something. Yes, it's like 10-hour surgery. And you're awake, dude.
They're injecting something into your.
They're taking the hair from the back of your head, putting it in, and replanting it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like kind of natural in that sense, not putting no scars on your head. But you can do it in LA for like $20,000, or you can go to Turkey for like $8,000.
Sure.
I would just tattoo my forehead, do whatever, just do something, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just hair. We're getting older, man.
Yeah. The hairline's going to keep going back.
I know.
I would probably I used to growing up wear baseball hats a lot. I would probably do that more. So I don't really do that much.
Yeah. You don't run no more either, right? No, cross country?
No, hell no.
Your knees are messed up?
No, I just... No,
yeah.
No, I want to ride a bicycle.
Yeah. I want to do a marathon someday.
Do it.
I'm only 54. Maybe before I'm 60, it'd be cool.
You could totally do it.
You're
a doer?
Yeah, I'm a doer. Is there a dream collab you have to do, or to do somebody's portrait that you love to do, or?
I think there's folks that I haven't done paintings of that I absolutely want to travel to and engage with.
Yeah. And they know it?
Yeah, I just need to. It's cost.
Yeah, dude.
It's cost and timing, and it's on me. It's not on them. It's on me. And I've done it. 2 years ago, I did my first cross-country road trip to document people.
Okay.
I saw a friend in Tucson, and then I went to Kentucky, Cincinnati, Michigan, and photographed a bunch of tattoo artists.
Oh, that's awesome.
And made paintings from those experiences.
That's
and
cool.
we'll continue to make more paintings from those photos and memories.
Should I do one of Civ next weekend? It'd be kind of sick.
Yeah. I did a study of him years ago, but it's...
Oh, really? That's
and
cool.
I did his hands.
Oh, you did?
I did a painting of his hands.
Oh, that's awesome.
He still uses it.
Really? That's cool.
It's him doing a throw up with his initials, CIV.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I did a painting of Lotus, the interior of Lotus, years ago.
Damn. That's cool, man. So yeah, bucket list stuff. You have some people you want to...
I do. I need to... And, Kim's nobody's holding me back. It's just me. I'm kind of living day to day.
Yeah. So you don't stress about the future at all.
And that stresses Kim out.
Yeah. But you never stressed about it.
No.
You live in just every day. I love that too, man.
Yeah.
Never had any crazy plans.
As I'm getting older, I'm thinking more about long-term next goals, and I know, we've talked about, just because it has been slow, do I go back to teaching even on a part-time basis just to keep my foot in the waters?
Yeah. Do you miss it?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about being with a group of individuals over the course of time and really seeing their tendencies and their good and bad habits and kind of encouraging and pushing them towards things that they might not have considered.
Yeah. That's awesome. Being a part of that journey with them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good part of it.
That's good. You have that. You can go back and do that. You have that.
Mm-hmm.
You can do everything you want. You do painting, you do teaching, tattooing.
Yep.
You're in a good place, man.
Yeah.
I think you're in a good place.
Got to get rid of this debt.
College debt or just
student loan debts, back tax debts.
No joke. Isn't there like a certain amount of years and it cuts off?
No. What happened for me as a student of the 90s, my debt has been sold multiple times by the loan companies. So I don't think I get any release.
Wow.
Yeah, I've paid with interest more than what I owed.
That sucks, man.
It fucking sucks.
That's crazy, dude.
Yep.
So the rest of your life just follows you.
And I've made it my life to be an artist, and a lot of people who have that debt don't use those skill sets.
Great point. They're onto something else to have this debt. You're right.
And I still have that fucking debt.
Wow, man.
But if I took a job to eliminate that debt, I might not be as productive as an artist.
That's a great point, man.
It's that balance.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought like a certain amount of time, because my guitar player, Rusty, he went to SUNY Purchase. Where did he go? Upstate New York somewhere, yeah. Rusty went to art school. Is that art school?
Yeah. Well, Purchase I'm sure I think they have a sculpture program.
Yeah, Rusty's a jeweler. He makes jewelry, so he went there.
I think they have a good ceramics program or something like that.
But they've been following him for years, and he used to call this home phone because his name's on H2O Music Inc. Or LLC. I'm blowing up your spot, Rusty. I'm sorry. And Rusty's like 60.
Yeah.
And it's still coming after. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. That's the thing. One thing about Europe, the free education, all that, whatever. That's not a whole other conversation. But yeah, it's insane. But at least you're actually doing what you owe money for. At least you're actually doing and living everything that you went there in the first place to learn. That's crazy though, man. Wow, man. You be in California the rest of your life?
if we can afford to.
Yeah. Well, if you had to go somewhere else, where would you go? Off the top.
Somewhere affordable that's warm.
Yeah. So where's that?
You know?
Florida?
No. Arizona.
Oh yeah, Arizona. Yeah.
Maybe Texas. I don't know about Texas.
Vegas?
If certain things were business wise,
yeah.
Yes.
What part of Texas? Austin?
I've never been.
I just went recently, man. It's incredible, dude. I get it. But it's like now it's
a warm climate with the arts.
A nice city. And it's clean and good vibes and good people, but it's oversaturated as well, like everywhere else.
We know people all around Arizona, so that's why that would be
it's just so
a potential.
Hot,
great friends in Tucson, some good friends in
You moved the shop
Jerome.
There? You had to?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
you've been in a spot for a while too.
Yeah, ideally what would be amazing if we ever did move is to keep the shop and have a place to go to when we visited here.
Yeah. That's true.
But I mean, I don't want to think about that.
I know. Cali's the best, dude. You make it happen. Just like you're working so much and you're paying off something that kind of got you where they're working, in a sense, like you want to do everything you can to stay in California, whatever it takes, right? So it's like you have to teach full time to stay here, or I don't know, whatever, because we love it. I don't know. Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. I love that you're a night owl, man. I definitely knew that before this pod, but it's nice to talk about your interesting schedule, man.
I think, I think it's actually good for our relationship. I think we both have our own anonymity, and
That's cool.
Kim wakes up at 5:36.
You go to bed at 5:30.
She's an early person.
5:36.
So she's got her time to be alone and
do
what she wants to do, and I have my time to be alone and do what I want to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's healthy.
Just crossing paths. Good night.
So we work together.
Yeah,
we see each other a lot.
Good night. Good morning.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. But yeah. Damn, well, thank you for being here, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I love hearing your story. And
thanks.
I love your voice too. It's very relaxing, man.
Oh, thanks.
You should,
as I said earlier, I'm a low talker.
You should do a podcast with your voice. It's like, so you got the 3 books, working on a new one, hopefully, right?
Yeah, I have. It's close to being done. I'm doing it. Excuse me.
When did Memoir one come out? How many
2012.
Years? Oh yeah, it's been a minute.
Sorry, I'm coughing. I'm totally not sick.
It's okay.
The book that I'm working on now, I think I'm at about 320 some pages.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this one's different than the other ones. So I went. There's a individual in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Alan Bamberger.
Okay.
And Alan is awesome. He is a art historian. He is used to, I think he still does. He used to go to every single art show in San Francisco, document it, put it on his blog, make a little commentary on it, and just like a purveyor and promoter of the arts up there.
That's cool.
But he gives artist advice, collectors advice. He appraises art. But you can pay him for his time.
Okay.
So right after near the end of the pandemic, I went up there and paid him for his time. And I'm like, you know what? I've never really talked to anybody about what I'm doing outside of my painter friends. I came from a illustration background where you're learning craft and technique more than philosophy of the what and the why, where a lot of fine arts school students, technique is not important, and it's about creating an idea and a philosophy. So I got some good feedback from him, and his main thing that I got from the time there was, I'm not a tattooed person. Him.
Yeah.
They interest me. I'm intrigued by them. Obviously, what you're doing is about this community of people. Like, why are these people important? I don't know who the fuck they are. He's like, you should write stories about them.
Mm-hmm.
You should write about situations. So I started just going down that rabbit hole.
That's cool.
So I have a lot of that stuff, information written out, and more photographs from those experiences. So just interlaced with everything,
yeah.
And not just a book of paintings. That's
awesome, man. It's stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been like what, almost 12 years?
It's been 12 years. It's time.
Wow, man.
I have since I just looked today. I think it's been 27 years that I started painting, and
That's
I have
incredible, man.
1,858 paintings I've made, and 494 are tattooed portraits.
That's incredible, man.
This is 20 years.
That's crazy.
This is 20 years of tattooed portraits. So it's time to make a new book.
That's amazing, though.
Thank you.
Did you ever want to do a comic book?
No, abandon it. Never. I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. I
just moved on.
Yeah.
Do you still look at comics?
Nope.
Dude, wow, the chapter's just done.
Yep.
Wow. Is it because it was kind of a bum out, everything went down, or just?
I just think I found a new passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my interest changed.
Mm-hmm.
I was somebody that collected superhero toys, and I don't want to say I grew up, but it just completely disinterests me. I'm less interested in fantasy, and I'm really interested in reality.
I love that too.
Like I'm not trying to escape. I'm trying to engage.
It's a great way to end this. I love that. Not escape, engage. That's awesome. Well, shit, Shawn Barber. You don't check your DMs on Instagram? People can't reach you? Or
yeah, they can do that.
You respond to them?
Most of them.
Oh, that's cool.
The problem with those over an email is if I respond and I forget, she gets lost.
Mm-hmm.
So email's best.
It's way better, right? Yeah.
Because I can look at it, I can mark it as unread, and then I deal with it when I have the mental space to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. And then you have a website too?
Yeah. My website has 400 plus tattooed portraits on there.
People can buy stuff off the website, all that, right?
They'd have to contact me directly.
Okay.
We have prints and merch from the shop. The doll series, there's a bunch of that on my website.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's some other things that I've done over the years.
It's just ShawnBarber.com?
SDBarber.com.
SDBarber, okay.
There's snippets of things.
The dolls are really cool, man. They're really creepy.
Thank you.
Do you sell the dolls?
They're all gone.
Damn.
Like that, people loved them.
Dude,
I did do you know Paul Booth?
Yeah.
I was real close
OG.
with Paul for a while, like going
He's still
up.
in the game?
He is. He moved back to New Jersey, but he's still tattooing, making art. But he had a gallery for a long time, and he's like, I wish that I could get all my artist friends to do dark art that's not related to their art. I was like, you know what? I like you. Like, I want to. This is when I was kind of going through leaving my ex-wife and that transition. And being somebody who grew up in religion who isn't attached to it, I was like, yeah, I'll make some work for you. I did a series of nuns masturbating.
Oh my God, dude. I got to see this.
And some people today are like, they're my favorite things you've ever made.
Holy
like, that's a
shit,
bummer.
dude.
This was a joke.
Wow.
This was a joke.
Holy shit. How many did you do?
I did 8.
So what kind of religious were you? Just Catholic?
Catholic. Then my mom got kicked out, and we were Episcopalian.
She got kicked out of
the church. She got in arguments with the pastors, and then she left my dad for our pastor at the Episcopalian church. And that's what, like,
holy crap!
It fucked me up for a long time.
So your mom left your dad for the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So she was Catholic, and then she was
Episcopalian. Yeah.
Wow. Were you ever religious growing up? Did you like it? Did you?
I was a choir boy.
Yeah.
No, it's like, this is what I have to do. I don't want to do this.
I was forced to do it too. Go to church.
I don't have a connection to this.
Same. I love the artwork in all the churches.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful and all that stuff.
But I didn't have emotional connection to it.
But they weren't really trying to push it on you?
Still trying to push it on me.
Still? Wow.
Honey, someday I hope you find God.
Wow, man.
So you can be with me.
Your mom didn't see the nun stuff then?
She saw snippets of them. I mean, my mom's pretty cool.
Okay. She's open-minded.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, supportive and open-minded.
She changed her name when she was in her 60s.
Really?
Yeah, she was like a go-go dancer in the 80s. She used to hang out with all the Ronnie Dio guys. Like she was a wild one.
Dude.
And I think she's 15 years practicing drums now.
Your mom?
Yeah, she's a shredder.
What?
She's a maniac, man. She makes art now. She started bass guitar lessons a couple weeks ago. She's a doer.
That's incredible, man. She's playing drums like you.
Better than me.
Wow, that's a crazy
she can only play by reading.
Yeah, that's still sick.
Yeah,
most people can't read
cool.
music. Yeah.
Yep. And she's cool. She's doing rock. She's playing Creedence.
Creedence, nice.
Creedence and Tom Petty, and Damn. She's 76.
Were you a believer in God at one point?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if you were, and then that happened with your mom, you'd be like, yo, what's going on? This guy's
I think,
pastor.
I mean, I don't think that we just came out of nothing.
I agree.
I just don't think anybody has an answer.
Yeah.
And I don't want to dedicate my own life to searching for an answer that I'm not going to find.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm just going to enjoy my time here and
whatever happens after
do things
this,
that make me happy.
Yeah. And we'll know it now.
Try to be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have good ethics. I have had a great upbringing through religion, but I'm not interested in engaging in the stories or, the teachings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Praying Hands are cool, and the art is awesome too.
Yeah. Krishnamurti's a great read because he's a guru who condemns himself and all religious folks in terms of having a teacher.
Okay. He texted me that. Yeah.
His books are hard to read.
Okay.
They were for me.
And I have a short attention span.
I had to read them over and over and over again. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Oh.
Mm.
And then something clicked. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Damn you. How old your mom again?
76.
That's incredible, dude. That's really awesome, man.
She's funny.
Rocking Creedence on drums.
Yeah.
Did you ever do a portrait of her?
Yeah, I've done a couple.
Oh, that's cool.
I've in college I did a nude of her.
What? She came and posed for it?
No. They were nudes of her when I was a little kid. It was like a painting.
Go-go dancing days, yeah.
It was like her and me naked together.
That's
when I was a baby,
That's amazing, dude.
They're pretty funny.
Wow, dude. Your mom sounds awesome, dude.
She is pretty rad.
Well, thank you, Mr. Barber.
Thank you.
This is your life.
Appreciate it.
Cool life, man. Cool fucking grind. Cool everything, man.
Thank you.
I think it's cool you're not just doing one thing. You do all kinds of things, all expressing yourself, and it's all artistic, and it's all probably therapeutic, and painting, and tattooing, and teaching. But it's all, you do what you love. It's just cool, man. Get to do what you love. Even though it's a hustle and it's stressful, and who knows the future of it.
Yep.
That's your whole point. Like,
totally.
It's awesome, man. Thank you for being here, Mr. Barber.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And
I didn't mention this.
Mention it, brother.
I've been working Mondays at Shamrock.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, Mark moved. He's got
I haven't been to the new shop yet. I need to go.
It's awesome.
Okay.
He's incredible. Mark is being able to have the opportunity to work next to him and to hear his stories and to see how he interacts with every single person in the room and how caring he is and generous with
He's a fucking gentleman, dude.
Yeah, man.
He's a G. He's a gentleman. Yep. He's sweet.
And a lot of things have happened in the last few months where I think a community of folks around him don't appreciate that, and I want to be there. Not to get into it too much.
No, I know. He was on my podcast too. It was incredible.
Very happy to be there.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's a fucking respected legend.
And just a good human.
Good human. Movie star.
Yep.
My wife thinks he's so hot.
A lot of ladies do.
Never wears the same outfit almost twice, supposedly.
Yep.
His voice, his style, his legacy, tattooing Biggie.
Yep. Everybody,
bro. Tell me about getting kidnapped by Suge Knight on my podcast.
Yeah, man. Like, what the fuck?
Bro,
that was amazing.
Dude. But yeah, Kim was here rocking the SSC hat.
Yeah.
And I
got one of these.
And I loved it. Oh, the ring. Oh, that's hard. And so I hit him up, and then some guy came to my house, and my friend came.
Cody dropped it off, yeah?
No, Cody's not there no more.
Oh, he still talks to them.
Yeah, it was somebody, the other guy, the tattoo artist. I love him. He's from Texas. I'm going to fuck him up, man. He's a tattoo artist from Texas. He works for Mark. He drove it to my house and brought me the hat.
It wasn't Asa. No, I can't think of who
Dude,
it was.
I know. Texas by birth is his Instagram.
Oh, it was Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron came here.
Finnan.
Yeah, he came by and dropped me the hat. It's such a great hat.
Yeah.
But Mark's so cool, so sweet. Always been good to me and my family. And I need to go to the new shop. I heard it's really nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So many legends have came through under him, man.
Yeah, man. Totally.
So many. Woo, everybody. See, Juan was there. Everybody was tattooing there at one point. Yeah, super cool. I love that he's still doing it over there.
Yep.
That was a beautiful shop. I don't know what happened to it.
It is.
Yeah.
His new place is beautiful.
It's like more private vibes.
It is. It is.
Had you worked with him before in the past?
No.
Damn.
No. In October, November last year, he started taking some painting lessons with me, like one-on-ones.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
And I'd been friendly with Mark. I'd done paintings of Mark years ago. Like, that's the shop that I would visit when people visited. I'd take everybody to Shamrock.
Mm-hmm.
And we just became closer friends.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. And he's a fucking natural, man. His paintings are wild because they don't look anything like his tattoos.
Really?
He's painting big and colorful.
I need to see this. That's cool, man.
Really cool.
You doing of him already?
In 08, I did one.
Okay.
I did a couple. I need to bring it back.
Talk about perfect hair.
Oh,
His
yeah.
eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Hangs out with Johnny Depp. He's in those Johnny Depp gangster movies. Works perfectly in those movies.
Yep.
Like, he's cool, man. So shout out to Mahoney, man, and
Shamrock Social Club.
Shamrock Social Club, a new location. And you're there on Mondays?
I'm there on Mondays.
That's cool.
Doing walk-ins.
My friend Astrid was there. You know Astrid? She was
Yep.
there for a second. Yeah.
Is that
Somebody's
your
in the house?
kid?
I hope
I think
not.
it's Max.
Max is in here. Perfect timing, Max. We've finished. Yeah. Look at that sunburn on your face. All right, Shawn. Thank you for being
Thanks,
here.
Toby.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art Pico-Way laser technology. Cryotechnology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life, One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is an over 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out.